Hi, it's Matt here at Engadget. Today we're playing with the PlayStation Vita, Sony's second generation portable games console. Largely, the form factor is pretty similar to its predecessor. In fact, it weighs and measures in thickness-wise very similar to the first PlayStation Portable, although both the Go and the Series 3000 are slightly thinner and lighter. The first thing we wanted to talk about is that OLED screen. It's a 5-inch screen that does 960 by 544 resolution, and it's very nice, very sharp, and those viewing angles, as you can see, are superb. Controllers have also been retweaked. They've now been shrunk on the Vita, both the D-pad and the PlayStation buttons on the other side. On the left side, you'll find the D-pad is now all connected together, while underneath you'll have one of the analog sticks and the PlayStation Home button that'll transport you out of games and other apps back to the home screen. In use, both the D-pad and the analog stick are both very comfortable. It's just the right size of small. If it was any smaller, we might have had troubles putting in some precise inputs for games like Marvel vs. Capcom. On the second side, you'll find the second analog stick, which again is it's got a suitably tactile rubberized finish to it. And above that, you'll find the typical PlayStation medley of buttons and the front-facing camera. There's actually two cameras on the device. Likewise, there's two touch panels, one of which is on the OLED screen. The buttons are suitably clicky and responsive. Likewise, the two shoulder buttons. Taking a tour of the rest of the hardware, it just about sneaks under 90mm thick. Sure, it's not as pocket-friendly as the smartphones we've seen in 2011, but then neither was the PSP. On the base edge, you'll find the headphone and mic socket nestled between the power port and the memory card slot. Sony have created their own Vita flash memory for these handhelds, so it looks like you'll be buying another flash card. The power port is also a proprietary one from Sony, and it'll double up as the data connection with PC and your PlayStation. You'll be seeing that a lot because that battery is going to need charging. Moving along to the left edge, you'll find the access point for the 3G SIM. As you can see here, we've got a Japanese Docomo SIM. Unfortunately, it wasn't willing to play nice with the UK networks here, nor were any of our UK SIMs working well with the device. On the top edge, you'll find access to both the PlayStation Vita game card slots, which are quite fiddly, to be honest. It's a bit of a shame they're not a bit more sturdy. And then on the right of the PlayStation Vita slot is a mysterious port that we haven't actually yet been told what it's going to be for, given that Sony said that video output wouldn't be possible on the PlayStation Vita. On the back, you'll find the rear-facing camera, the primary camera, and the large touch panel. Anyone hoping to substitute out their Digicam for this will be pretty severely disappointed. Well, it never promised to give us some smartphone-style features. We just expected more than these noisy pictures, especially when Sony has so many fingers in so many electronics pies. On either side of the patterned touch panel, there are two resting pads for your fingers, although we found our hands are a bit too big and our fingers often rested on the touch panel itself. The Vita's UI borrows heavily from the smartphone revolution that's happened since the original PSP. You can switch on the device and jump straight into a game. Similarly, from there, you can press the PlayStation button and that'll send you back out to the home screen. This takes you to a live screen of the game you're playing, and then you can flick with the capacitive touch screen between apps and back to your main primary page, which shows all the icons. Again, this is quite similar to a lot of smartphone UIs we have. You can hold onto an icon to both move and remove it from the screen. There's also a notification menu in the top right corner, which will show you your achievements in games and any other notifications like the GPS-based social network Near. Near itself is a pretty interesting feature, although the current dearth of Vitas around anywhere outside of Japan means we're probably not getting the most out of it just yet. It'll use the built-in GPS found in the 3G Wi-Fi model to monitor where you are and pick up other Vita users around you. You can share your thoughts on games, and yeah, it's that kind of thing. Welcome Park serves as a gentle introduction as to what your Vita can do. There's a few throwaway games and features here, although like the web browser, you'll find you won't be able to run it alongside any concurrently running games. So despite those high-tech innards, there are still some limits. Pressing on the PlayStation button twice will take you to a tabbed view, which allows you to jump straight into any other apps or features you currently have running. We thought that the capacitive touchscreen would mean the PlayStation Vita's web browser would be pretty good, but in reality it's pretty slow. Browsing around Engadget left a lot to be desired, despite the ability to do pinch to zoom and scrolling like you've been able to on most smartphones nowadays. It's pretty underwhelming stuff. The Vita is available now in Asia with a planned release for February 2012 in both the US and Europe, priced at around $300. Check out the full review at engadget.com. Thanks very much.